Hi friends, thank you for joining me for a new Pick a Card series. My name is Griselle and I'm with Psychic MD. For those of you that are new to my channel or you're happen to stop by just by accident or lurking, whatever your case may be, welcome, welcome. I hope that you find this to be a very encouraging and safe place for you. And the rest of you repeat offenders, thank you so much for stopping in once again. So today we are going to explore your person's love journey, what they secretly think about you. This is going to be an 18 and up. So if you are not 18, please do click off. I'm sorry, but this would not be your reading. For the rest of you guys, hopefully you're not super sensitive. So I do have a little bit of a potty mouth. And yeah, so that's it. So without further ado, I will see you at your pile. Thank you. Hi, pile number one. This is your reading. If you selected the man walking to the plane with his luggage, I got you. All right, so for pile number one, oh, hi. Flipped right out of the gate. Here we go. So for pile number one, what other information do we need to know about your person, the person you're thinking about, the one you're connecting with, whether physically, energetically? Show me what you need to see for pile number one, please. Show me now. Okay. So this person is very resourceful and they're actually looking at ways to really expand on that. They're constantly looking, and I don't want to say it's not like a scavenger hunt where they're sending out the bird to scavenge just because, but I feel like this person doesn't use their resources lightly. They're really aware of everything that can pretty much connect the dots to things that are bigger than what they imagine. So they use up every resource, including like mental, spiritual, emotional, connections with friends. And look at connect the dots. They have a bunch of dots up here. Excuse me. That really help them to understand their world better, to help them communicate better. So I think that they're focused on their resources and resourcefulness right now. They're extremely versatile. So your person, definitely, I feel like there's a nice balance of them being in tune with their, I guess, psychic side or their wish. Because to me, the star is always a wish, like wishing upon a star and things like that. So there's an element of like, I want to go after my desire because the sun is circling. Like the sun is encapsulating. Is that a word? Encapsulating the star itself. And so what really makes this person tick is their dream, their vision, and their ideas. And they're really versatile. They're really flexible. They're willing to kind of go with it as long as it kind of meets that need. So I have two spheres on here so far, and then innovation. So there's a lot about balance, about alchemy, about them fishing, and really mastering their own emotions. They're not allowing emotions necessarily to get into the way of what it is that they want. I'm going to say that right off the bat. That's like a couple of things that we're getting immediately. So they could be a sun sign. They could have really strong dreams. They could even be maybe a little bit like traditional, a little bit religious. So we have like 4 with the 3 is 7, and then the number 11. So 7 can be an important number for them. They could be really spiritually connected. Number 11 always reminds me of personal power because it boils down to a 2. So they could really have not an issue, but they want to make sure that everything is balanced and fair. They want to be flexible. They also want someone who has resources or is resourceful, that, you know, basically that you would think it's the same thing, but it's really not. It's like using your resources simply would be what you have available. But being resourceful is an active pursuit, knowing that you can achieve higher, achieve greater, and obtain a bigger perspective or a bigger world and making things happen. So I feel like they want someone similar to their vibration that has kind of a go-getter mentality, again, spiritual, I don't necessarily feel like it has to be traditional, but spiritual, and they're willing to go fishing to look for things, okay? They have a lot of, like, they've experienced a lot of emotion in the past, and I feel like it's going to be really important for them to keep their emotional balance in whatever situation they are walking into. Okay, so based on that, I would like to know a little bit more about this person's thoughts of you. Show me, oh, hi. Show me a little bit about this person's thoughts of you, how they feel, what they think. Show me now. Now, just to be real, my first intuitive hit was this person doesn't really know that you're on the radar, on the map, because you've never expressed like an interest or anything like that, or made yourself kind of like, oh, hey, this is like I'm in the running for your attention kind of a thing. You might be somebody who just watches, who passively waits for someone to come towards you, such as myself. And so I just really don't think that in this connection per se, they've given a lot of thought to, especially because this came upside down. I'm just going to take it as is. Now, the Seven of Wands always reminds me like defending yourself, defending what's yours, standing up for yourself, standing up for what you believe in, ideals, things like that. And because it's reversed, it's like I feel like this person doesn't even have an awareness that you're wanting to connect with them on a deeper level. And if you have expressed something, they're just not getting it, okay? So, what else about this person? What do they think about pile number one physically? Let's just start there. And these are a little bit kind of like raw images. If you don't like that kind of thing, this might not be at all the reading you want to watch. So for pile number one, what do they think about you physically? Show me now. I'm going to take this one. Oh, so they feel like you're playful, a little bit of hide and seek. They feel like you could be coy. You could be very sensual. They would love to see more of you physically. I feel like they think that they have like really bared all before you, not just because this king is naked, but like they've been transparent, they feel. And yet you're kind of like playing behind the pillar, a little bit like the pillar is something solid, what makes you feel a little bit safe and secure. And so they could view you as a little bit of a game player, but they love your body, they love your legs, they're definitely interested in looking at more of you, and more at, let me just say, like they want to look more at your sexual organs and things like that. They wonder what it would be like. They like your thighs, they like your legs, they love your hair, things like that. I feel like they're all up in their thoughts about this. Usually I would view as somebody else, but I feel like this is like what they think they would like to do to you, but you haven't like really fully expressed an interest one way or another, and so they just have no idea. But once in a while their brain can be all tied up, and they know that they have to kind of take the initiative. Even she's like in a submissive pose, and they'd like to see you maybe perhaps with jewelry on, and with nothing else, like a necklace. Maybe they like your clavicle bone, which is kind of like weird, but your neck bone, your neck. Maybe you have a graceful neck. Maybe they love when the wind blows your hair. Maybe they look at your booty and they wonder what it would be like just to see it naked. That kind of a thing. They have like no clarity because the sword is like out of the picture even. So they really, I don't think they've ever seen like a lot of you. But when they think about you, I feel like it does make them horny. Sorry, but that's what I'm getting. Okay, so what else do we have here? For my pile number one, please. What does this person think about my pile number one? Show me now. Yeah, they think they're kind of obsessed with you. They might be obsessed with your boobs, with your figure, with your shape. Again, with the thighs. They might like to look at you with just shoes on and underwear. They might want to definitely like lick your boobs, kiss your boobs, that kind of a thing. And then look at the moon right up here. It's almost like a moon, which is reminiscent of the heart right here. So we see a repetition, a little bit of the heart, and I almost feel like these are love notes. So maybe they feel like they've made some advances your way with some love notes, but it hasn't been reciprocated. And that's more like to their thinking. So I do feel like, you know, with the fire burning here on his side, it's like he's feeling like he's like expressed some kind of move or passion towards you, and that you're just kind of like pulled away and not really paying attention. You're like, yeah, whatever, kind of enjoying myself. So you are a little bit of a mystery, and they picture and they think about you having relations with somebody else. They compare themselves to people that they imagine you with, that kind of a thing, because there's this little handheld mirror right here. But this is definitely like burning for you. And I feel like this is more their imagination. Again, looking at your thigh, the sides of your thigh, your hair flowing out, things like that. And I feel like they just look around, like when anybody approaches you, there's an element of jealousy, but they're definitely in their head. They're not making a move forward because they don't feel like you've made any move to reciprocate, like one way or another. Even though you may have, they just don't perceive that it's enough to indicate a real interest. And then the King of Cups. And so I feel like this person pulls back and feels like, well, you know, I don't know if she or he even likes me. They seem kind of demure. I've got my cups out, wanting to offer like affection or love or whatever, and that hasn't worked. So they can feel like, all right, well, you're not even in the running because you haven't given them any clear signs that you like them or anything like that. So let's find out a little bit more about this person. What do they secretly want to tell you, please? For pile number 2, the man with the luggage. Show me now. Oh, this is even the wrong card in the wrong deck. Ooh, they think you're sophisticated. You have a higher understanding of sex and sexuality. It's authentic and empowering, often having a shocking effect on people and provoking insecurity in others. So I think that you can actually, and wittingly, evoke some insecurity in the person that you are thinking about, okay? And if you are thinking about a couple of different people and you're picking different piles for that, then so be it. But this is the person we're talking about right now, okay? So what else would they like to tell my pile number 1, please? Show me now. Square. Creates restrictions and obstacles, pressure, power struggles, demands, motivates confrontation and resistance. So I feel like they think there's a lot of obstacles to this connection. They're not even sure it's a real connection. There's a lot of obstacles, and they feel like every time they want to move forward, you throw out kind of like a red flag or the Two of Swords energy, which is like, I ain't going nowhere. And they're left kind of in their head like, well, does she like me? Does he like me? I don't know. That kind of a thing. What else does your person wish to say? Show me now. Flower moon, divine feminine, ripe time, beauty. Washing away sorrow, celebration, fun, and fertility, healing, growth, manifestation of seeds planted. So I do feel like this person has actually tried or make attempts or like giving you little phone calls, little texts or things like that, kind of like subtle offers, and that you're going to start seeing those bloom a little bit more. The more that you let your guard down, the more that you allow people in. Let's see why you're so guarded. Why? Let's find out here. What is the main obstacle to this connection, please? For pile number 1. Why does your person feel like they can't move forward or come towards you? Show me now. 9 of Cups. Because they have a wish that they want fulfilled. Okay, let's see if that can make more sense. They could be like, well, that's wishful thinking. Almost like you're out of their league, I guess. Because you feel very, like this card says, sophisticated. So why is this person not moving forward to my pile number 1? Show me now. Oh, 2 of them. Queen of Cups and the Lovers. So there's a need for you to go ahead and show more affection or more attention, more attraction. I get 2 birds here. The minute I saw them, I saw lovebirds, like 2 lovebirds. I get the stars right here, which kind of echo the stars within the sun. You could be a sun sign. They could be a sun sign. The yin and yang, they definitely see that you guys are compatible, but there is a degree of separation. I don't know if you can see that here. Separation right here between you guys. So it's a lot of like fantasy and thinking about things. And I think that you just need to be a little bit more vulnerable in order to make this connection grow or move forward. A little bit more flirty, a little bit leading with your heart rather than with your mind, or completely shutting down. So these are things that I'm getting for my pile number 1. Let me just see, because I'm nosy. Y'all know I'm nosy. A little bit more about, okay, what do I need to know about this connection, please? Damn it. I just had a whole bunch of them just jump. So I have old soul. So you're definitely an old soul. You've been around many lifetimes, have chosen to be reborn or evolve and carry on your learning journey from where you left in your previous life. So I feel like they can look at you as not being only sophisticated, but you have a lot of ancient knowledge. And that is rooted to your root chakra. A lot of red here. They could feel and sense a lot of fire in you, a lot of passion, and a lot of connection to your ancestors, by the way. They know that you... It's this creature. You have the ability to shapeshift into any animal or possibly a strong affinity towards them. This can give you the strength, wisdom, and power of that specific animal. And so her face is a little bit like, I don't know, kind of like a puppy or something. She's got like a little fake nose painted on or something like that. So I feel like you could be into kind of cosplaying, do your makeup differently. But you have the ability to connect with animals also. And so they actually intuitively feel that. They know also that you are a clairaudient. You have the gift of receiving intuitive messages from spirit. It may sound as if it's right next to you, inside your head, or echoing as if from another dimension. And I've actually had this happen to me. So they just know that you're completely connected to the other side as well. And that in itself can be a little bit intimidating, can it? I mean, put yourself in their shoes as well. Claircognizant, you just know things. You're able to know things without having any previous knowledge. Bestowed by your higher self, spirit guides, or simply downloaded into your mind. So you don't even have to be there. You intuitively know. Mind power, you're a higher level soul with a mission to create transformation in people's minds so that their emotions can come into balance. So you know that even like you might have the power of telepathy and things like that, but you have the ability to transform people's minds so that their emotions can once again be restored, be balanced, and not be conflicted. Like he was tied up, this person's tied up within their mind, like they don't really know what else to do. You have the ability to free that if you so choose to. And then millennial, self-enterprising, adventurous, destroying traditions, diverse, young person, and individuality. So this is a large part about how they see you. Also, you know, if you're self-enterprising, you might have like a lot of different businesses or different ways of making money, or asserting yourself into the world and in through the world, and destroying traditions and values and things like that. You're definitely confident. And I heard for some of you guys a bad bitch. So that's a good thing, right? But I think that you are doing things your way and no one else's. And so they see that, and that could be quite intimidating. So you might have to make a little bit more of an effort to show this person that, yeah, you're independent, you're that chick, but you want a connection with them if that's something that you want to pursue. So there we have it. I hope that that was helpful. If it was not helpful, at least I hope that you were amused. If you like this reading, please do smash that like button. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and we will see you next time. Namaste. Hi, pile number 2. This is your reading. What they secretly want to tell you. What is it that they secretly want to tell you? What's the holdup? What do they want to say? What do they want to communicate? For my people that chose the boat with the blue highlight, I guess. The boat with the blue in it. Pile number 2, show me now. Okay, We have organization. What else do we have, please? I'm trying to get organized. I'm trying to be decisive. You guys could have had a quarrel or something perceived as a quarrel. Follow your intuition on that. So if this is you, then they are a little bit at odds with themselves because this quarrel involves their stability. This could be a fight between two people, a fight between self. And this is just indecision. It's like this person, because I'm reading the right side, is your person in question, can have a lot of, I don't know, like ups and downs, ons and offs. I feel like there's an imbalance, a little bit of a roller coaster ride as far as emotions go. Because one minute they could be like, okay, things are okay. And then they plummet into, oh my gosh, the sun is setting. I'm not going to be able to see. The forest is dark. Everything looks kind of scary when it's dark. And what am I doing? That kind of a thing. And so if you apply that to a relationship, it's like, okay, the way is clear. I know what's going on. But then a little bit of an element of time, because I have the hourglass right here. And it talks about like time flying. It's like maybe time is fleeting, it's leaving, and I don't have a lot of time to communicate like my real thoughts, my feelings. Oh, speculation. Okay. So maybe they're at odds. Oh, look. Fours, speculation. They're speculating and at war within themselves mostly. I don't really feel like it's a fight with you or anyone else. It's more of a fight within themselves. And because of the 4 and the 4, of course, equal an 8, I feel more like the 8 of Swords energy, which is like being all tied up in your mind, not being able to move, caught again with indecision. They feel like they're trying to get organized and get their abundance ready. Their abundance, they want to be able to share things with you. They want to be able to say, well, you know, this is what I've created with my life. This is what I'm about. This is what I have that's stable. This is what you should choose me, pick me, things like that. Intuitively, they know they can't just hand you, okay, this is a lollipop and this is all it is. It's like they want to offer you more substance. They want things that are going to grow. Wheat and meat, I heard. That's for somebody. And so I feel like they're just following their intuition, and they're a little bit lost in the sauce because they know they want to offer you something of substance, but I don't feel like you're looking at, okay, well, you know, you can offer me like a new car or a new house or this or shoes or whatever. I think it's more direct than that and less materialistic than that. But I think this person may have seen examples of a lot of traditional relationships around them, and they're like, well, what can I offer? You know, I have to have this, I have to have that. I have to have like a business that's thriving, a way to bring food to the table, that kind of a thing. Maybe they're looking at land and they want to buy land. They're waiting to buy land and or establish themselves in some way, shape, or form so that they have what they feel like is a better grip on life, and they can offer you something that you are going to go for. Interesting. So I think that that's what they would secretly wish to say to you, and that's why you haven't really seen a lot of movement forward. They're caught between indecision and really a lot of 4s on here. This has everything to do with balance, about family balance, 4 corners of the earth, 4 corners of the world, the pillars of stability in your home. I feel like strong Emperor vibes with this, okay? Okay, so what do they want to say about you? What about physically? What is it that they wish to say about you physically, please? Show me now. See, they would like to tease you. I heard they would like to tease you. They'd like to please you. I have... It's almost like they want to come to your place and kind of romance you a little bit and see if they can pull you out of your shell. If you are going to go for that sort of thing, but they feel like, for whatever reason, I mean, these people seem to be like they're in, you know, where they keep animals, a barn, duh. They feel like they're in a barn, and so it's like, maybe this person doesn't feel like they have a nice place, or I heard pigsty, so maybe they're trying to clean up their own personal act. I don't know if that pertains to them, but they have They want to have like everything put together before they try to introduce you. But in the meantime, they're really preoccupied with like flirting, with, it's like they're divided. It's like be solid and offer something good and work on that, but I still want to play, that kind of a vibe, okay? What else do we need to know about this person? For pile number 2, please show me now. So you are definitely their star. They think the world of you. They see that you are just incredibly beautiful. You could be into, well, they could be into kind of like candle wax, like that candle wax that melts into oil, that burns like pretty hot, and then it melts into oil that you can do massages with, things like that. They could like your neckline. They could like to see it with your hair pulled up. They could like your butt. I heard for some of you guys, they could like giving spankings, things like that. Or they would like to spank your butt. What else do we need to know? They want your attention just on them. They feel like when you, if you do interact in person, or even figuratively, even on the phone or by text or whatever, you kind of like turn your face away from them a little bit. Like you're always a mystery. They don't really know how you feel. So pile number 2, the people who chose the vote, please show me now. What does this person have to say? A lot, apparently. Okay, so they could have a fetish for thigh highs, for stocking, for nylons, a foot fetish as well. And they feel like, you know what, sex with you would be like a great mystery, or maybe it is a great mystery. They like your hips. If you have a little bit of a belly, they really enjoy that too. Don't kid yourself. And I just saw like biting, so they could really think about wanting to bite your neck, that kind of a thing, like have you from behind all up on them, kind of a energy. These cards all jumped out, so I'm just going to take them as they fell out. The 4 of Copas. So we have here kind of a clandestine meeting. Is that how you say it? Well, anyways. So this is almost like she's telling him where to go. She's about pointing. It's like, well, you go through this gate kind of a thing. And I feel like, you know, I think that they like your neckline again. They like looking at any necklaces that you wear. I think that might be unusual. You might have red hair, beautiful red hair. They might picture how it would fall behind your back without any clothes on. We've got the magnet. I think that's a coin and some scissors. And so I feel like they're just kind of like wanting to figure out how to open up the doorway into your world a little bit more, how to magnetize you, how to cut through anything that hinders, and how to use any coinage. Like I get that feeling of you insert a coin and then you turn things and like you get a bubble gum or whatever. But the idea is like how to basically gain more of your attention and affection. Like what would that look like? They're trying to figure out what the doorway to your world is. Yeah, 8 of Pentacles. They're willing to put in effort. They want to put in effort. I mean, it looks like she's sipping some tea or coffee maybe. Here's the presser and things like that. But this person is like wanting to stick around and see what makes you tick, and to give you like really sweet words and treat you well. So I think that's nice. Put in effort, I see. Yeah, I think they have like, they would love to kind of fold you a little bit like an origami and pull you to them. They want to kind of feel like they're like strong and masculine. And they like you like not wearing a lot of makeup, by the way. They just prefer you like natural, like what you normally look at. Yeah. See, so they would love to see your bag, to see what that looks like. They would, of course, love to see your butt crack. They'd love to see you in a backless gown. They would love to peel that off of you. They want to see like what kind of muscles you have. And this person seems to really like being out in nature a lot, like not necessarily tradition, like let's do it in bed or whatever. They want to go out and be a little bit adventurous and a little bit naughty, maybe out in the park or things like that, to where they might do things to let you know that you are definitely like you're definitely on their mind, and they would love to be able to have like kind of like animalistic raw sex with you anywhere, that kind of a thing. And then the moon, so you represent a little bit of mystery, and I feel like they don't really know what's going on with you. Like, are you giving your affection to other people? This person has like a glass, and this person has a mirror. It's like, who are you toasting to? Are you toasting to yourself? Are you with anybody else? That kind of a thing. So I feel like this is like a great mystery, and they're just not really sure. It could also be a choice between two different people, by the way. The Five of Pentacles, so you could have ghosted this person, or they could feel like abandoned by you, or because you've kind of like breadcrumbed them or whatever, as they perceive it. I'm not saying you're breadcrumbing, but as they perceive that perhaps you breadcrumbed, they could feel like there was nothing solid, like they get close to you and want to play music and want to kind of romance you, and then you ghost. That kind of a vibe, okay? So I don't know if you've been like intimate or close with this person or not. I'm going to pull my millennial cards here just because they're fun. Oh my gosh, look. The first card that I just happened to glance down on. Ghosted. Whatever you had is over. Left confused and wondering. Disappearing act. No closure. So this person isn't really sure like what happened to you, what happened to your connection, why you don't reciprocate, why you don't reach out more, that kind of a thing. Or they could have done that to you. What else do we need to know about our pile number 2, please? Show me now. Basic, plain and simple, mainstream, in your taste, insult, unoriginal, unexciting. But I feel like this is just saying, you know what, I just want everything simple. I don't want all the makeup. I don't want the Instagram pictures. I don't want that everything's perfect. I want just a real solid relationship. And I really like, I feel like this person has seen you or interacted with you, and they know what you're like without like all the filters and things like that. And they prefer you even in jammies, looking relaxed and happy. Like, they would like to see that side of you more than anything. What else do we need to know about our pile number 2, please? Show me now. Shipping. They believe in relationship. They believe in the relationship, wishing you stay together, rooting for the partnership. So somebody here turned into a ghost, ghosted, or acted like they were just basically a ghost. And they don't quite understand it. They want things to be really simple and clear as well. What else is it that you can tell me about pile number 2? What do they want to say, please? Show me now. Millennial. Again, this came up in the first reading. There might be something in pile number 1 for you. Self-enterprising, adventurous, destroying tradition, diverse, young person, and individuality. They might feel like you act too young, as far as like maybe more the perspective of I'm too old for you, that kind of a thing. You're too progressive, but they're not really sure. They enjoy that you're a go-getter, that you do things differently, you do things your own way, you don't give a crap. I mean, look at her wearing a sweater and like a pair of shorts, if that. I don't even know what that is, with heels. You know, she's doing her own thing. You could like dressing differently. Can't deal with the situation, don't know what to say or do, can't comprehend, shake my head. Wow. Okay, so it seems like something transpired, and they're like, oh, I don't even understand. Like, if you work together, then there was like not even a word from you, that kind of a thing. It's like, where'd you go? What happened? What else do we need to know about pile number 2, please? Show me now. Tindering. They're definitely looking for a match, meeting new people online, dating, ready to mingle. So this person that you're inquiring about could be somebody who is trying apps for the first time, learning how to date in this world, this COVID world, whatever you want to call it. Never mind the issue of learning how to date in 2022 when I'm shooting this video. I feel like this is different for them. They're not fully vested, but they know that they have to do something different. But they're even seeing if they can get on Tinder and wonder if you're on Tinder, if you would swipe right for them, that kind of a thing. Show me what else do I need to see for my pile number 2, please. Show me now. Shook. Can't believe what you heard. Caught off guard, unsettled, shocked, surprised, and speechless. So something about what they heard or saw, perhaps online about you, was a little bit startling, shocking, stunning. Maybe it was a picture that they would not have put that. Yeah. They would not have put like 2 and 2 together. When you seem so reserved, or like you disappear and yet you're kind of all out there at the same time and they don't really understand what is going on. So they would really enjoy. I feel like this person is just low-key, okay? Just more of a homebody. I'm surprised the low-key card did not come up, in fact. But they're not really, they're trying to do the whole dating thing, but they're not, you know, they just kind of want to find a right person and settle somebody that's that comfortable, if not just go through this whole crazy process of dating. So what else do we need to know, please? Show me what I need to see for pile number 2. What do they secretly want to tell you? Taurus. Fertile, self-indulgent, sensuous, ripe, patient, possessive, traditional, loyal, comforts, materialism, food, and earthy. Yeah. And so it's getting those earthy vibes with a lot of the number 4s and pursuing their own abundance and having something stable to offer, but also liking like minimalistic makeup and things like that. They think that you're, I don't know, like they would just see you like you're obviously beautiful or handsome, whatever the case may be. This is not gender specific, but they would like to see a little bit more natural, that kind of a thing. Saturn, discipline, slow and steady, delay, test, practicality, maturity, self-control, limits, endurance, structure, tradition. So I feel like they would like a little bit more structure. They would like to understand a little bit more about what's going on, since they do feel, even if you weren't dating, they could feel ghosted. Like, wow, we were just kind of chatting and then you disappeared, or you disappear and you don't communicate much, that kind of a thing. So they want something a little bit more like disciplined, and that's why they want to approach like slow and steady to see if this is even in the cards for them, kind of a thing, okay? If you would appreciate grounding, if you would appreciate a Taurus perhaps, or even like things that are like safe haven, a home, the simple things, and not just all about the glam. So, unexpected surprise, suddenness, revolt, unorthodox freedom, genius, original insights, inventions. So I think, yeah. Okay. I think you can have a lot going on for you. And they're, excuse me, perhaps intimidated by that or confused by that. They don't know if you would fit into that world, into your world, and vice versa. Material possessions, money, work, income, values, aesthetics, luxury, security, attitude towards possessions. So I think they're coming to question, it's like, well, is possessions, I said positions, maybe that too, but are possessions really all that important to you? And it goes beyond, like they're thinking possessions like stability, like a home and having organic connection. And they wonder if you're more materialistic, the flash and the cash and things like that. And that can definitely be one of the reasons why you really haven't seen or spoken to this person, why they haven't reached out to you. And your last card is the 5th house. Love affairs, romance, play, parties, creativity, children, having fun, entertainment, fertility, dating, and joy. So you're definitely advised to kind of put yourself out there a little bit more, because this person isn't really sure. For example, if your values line up with their values, that could be a big question mark. And you'll never know unless you explore that. And if you're thinking about them in this vein, it's like worth a shot going ahead and checking it out, don't you think? So that is what I have for you. I hope that, excuse me, you like this reading. If you do, smash that like button, like, share, comment, subscribe. If not, I hope you're at least a little bit amused. And with that, much love to you. Namaste. Hi, pile number 3. If you chose the pulled over card case, I got you. This is your reading. Pile number 3, what do we have for thee? Thank you. Show me now. I already got a jumper, so I'll take that. This one wanted to be known. I'm going to take one more. So first of all, patience. With the number 6, so you are definitely, I feel like maybe perhaps your mind is going a little bit too fast for them. They have to sort of like, there's an element of waiting, okay? Having patience before they can move forward, progress, or make a move towards you. So fulfillment. So I feel like because this is like facing the past and there's like dollar signs here, they're really needing clarity about their own finances, about what ships have sailed. Maybe they're going through a passage of time or kind of a chapter in their lives where they're looking at retirement or they're looking at investing or moving forward and closing a chapter as far as business goes in their life. And they're just really kind of trying to gain a perspective and reassessing that in their lives. And that's why things are really kind of going slower. Okay. Then I have inheritance. Yeah, so this has everything to do with their foundation. This could feel like a little bit of a maze, very traditional. I feel like they potentially can be involved in even a litigation regarding an inheritance, and that they are navigating, possibly for some of you guys, the death of a parent or something that left them an inheritance and they have to go to court for it or navigate like a really complicated maze to really figure it all out. And that's why these cards are here. It's like, okay, I'm waiting for my half or my portion, and so I'm really focused on other financial things right now. In order to progress forward, I need those things squared away. And look, riches. So this person is really focused on their coin, on their bag, on their money. That's basically what is going on with them. And then they want to be able to take a risk and move towards love and focus more on love. I think this even looks like a little cow with a pizza slice strapped onto them. Who knows? But interesting. So they definitely want to take a risk, but they are really caught up perhaps in, like I said, litigation or navigating something about their job, their inheritance. And if this isn't money, it could be inheritance, like what they inherited from their ancestors, from their fathers, mother, things like that. It could be skills. It could be anything that they think that they can turn into a profit or money. Not in a bad way, but using that as part of their resources now. So what else do we need to know? For my pile number 3. So pulled over a card chase. What do they secretly want to say to you? Show me now. Organization. So could be even that their job is reorganizing them out, or they are in charge of reorganizing a job and that they need to kind of organize things out. Okay. Like downsizing. That used to be the term before life went crazy. So maybe they're reorganizing their life in general or their job. So what is it that I like about you physically or any other like about you? What is it that they secretly want to say to you about how they view you? Show it to me now. They feel like they've exposed a lot to you and that you've just turned your back on them. And you're looking at and you're all about like your freedom. Like you're kind of like, yeah, that's nice, but I don't really want that. I want something different. I want to be free. I want to be, I heard like wild and free, not careless, but just, I feel like they maybe feel like they have been vulnerable with you. If you'd had conversations and things like that, maybe perhaps they have given you flowers, anything like that. Show me what I need to see, please. For my pile number 3. Show me now. The Knave of Wands. Well, you definitely make them hot and bothered. They would love to look at your boobs, at your chest, have them pressed up against you. That kind of a thing. They would love to see you barefoot and like throwing your head back with like wild abandon. So you definitely like stimulate them sexually. And I think they feel in their mind anyways, even if they have not, keep in mind, this is their perspective. So don't shoot the messenger just yet, okay? I feel like they think that they've made things clear to you. And yet you constantly give them their back. You're kind of like, it's not quite what I want, that kind of a thing. You could also have a very beautiful back, and they could admire that, but they would much rather look into your face and look, yeah, see all the backs. They want to see your face. They want you like locking eyes with them, looking at them, so they know that you are thinking about them in the same way that they're thinking about you. What else do they need to know? For pile number 3, please show me now. Yep. They are obsessively thinking about you. Now, I have to tell you, with the clip that we chose to pull over the car chase, I love that clip, not only because it's like stop motion, but it's a little bit like they want to go like really, really fast, and yet they feel like they've done what they can, and that it's perceived as a rejection. So maybe you didn't really understand that they were being vulnerable because they're really conservative, and just even saying hi or talking to you was like a huge effort for them. But don't kid yourself. They think about doing all sorts of things with you. They have an obsessive desire to be with you, an obsessive desire about their appendage and how that relates to you as well. They think about pleasing you. They are super horny for you, that kind of a thing. They also, I feel like, might think that you might be involved with someone else. What else do we need to know? Yeah, almost like they got pulled over. It's like, all right, pull over. You can't pursue that. Pile number 3, what do we have for these? Show me now. 2 cards. This person definitely has a foot fetish. They like your feet. They want to see your feet. They would love to suck on your toes. They would like to suck on your ankles. They would like to smell your feet, perhaps. They want to look at the soles of your feet. They're interested in sticking their tongue between your toes, that kind of a thing. They also want to look at your booty. They like that you're like really, not pristine, but that you hold yourself, you carry yourself super well. That's part of the attraction, is that you are not ghetto or ratchet, okay? You carry yourself very, very well. I feel like you know that you have really beautiful breasts, and that they're intrigued by those too. But they would love, love, love to see your feet. They feel like nobody gets to see your feet, and that would be like the ultimate for them, okay? What do we have here? For my pile number 3, what do we have for these? We're using our Millennial Oracle deck, and I can never pronounce this name. Maturak. Anyways, I'll leave it in the description below. These cards are pretty funny, so pile number 3. What do we need to know about, what would this person want to say to you? For pile number 3. Oh, hi. Okay. Quite a few things. Cap. What they're saying is not true. Becoming someone you're not, lies, bullshit, and faking. So they almost feel like, maybe I feel like you energetically could be saying, well, I did reciprocate. And they're like, nope, that's cap. That's lies and bullshit. That kind of thing, okay? This person would do anything. They are a simp for you. They'll do anything when you over. They're a super nice guy, nice girl. A fool begging or groveling. Yeah, I don't really agree with that. I just think that they're a total simp for you, and they would go through a lot of lengths to make you feel special if they knew that you had an interest in them. And let me tell you, obviously you do, because you would not be sitting here listening to a boring ass reading unless you did, right? We don't do that for people we don't like. That's a waste of our time. And time is a resource. Sorry, not sorry. What I did wasn't wrong. Don't care what people think. Unremorseful, bitchy, and don't care. They can view you as this. And you're like, well, fuck it. You know, like me, come after me. If you don't, then don't. It's all kind of the same to me. And I'm just going to be vocal. Sorry, not sorry. But I said what I meant, and I meant what I said. I'm keeping it 100. So show your true self. Be honest with yourself. Be honest. Avoid hidden motives. So you could feel like maybe you're not super transparent. Okay, I don't feel like it's not that you're authentic, it's just that you're not transparent with them, and they would like to see a little bit more transparency in order to make a really good assessment. And when I mean good, I mean safe. Okay, this person likes things to be a little bit on the safer side. Okay, slut shaming. Express your sexuality. Shaming, feeling judged, double standards, and casual sex. So it could be that they feel that you feel like maybe perhaps they would slut shame you. Okay, because this person definitely has an interest in you sexually. And it could be saying that, you know what, this person might even slut shame me if I were to go after it, that kind of a thing. Or you could feel like because you were progressive, maybe you show a little bit of skin on your Insta or Facebook or whatever platform that you're on, that perhaps they feel that you feel like that they would slut shame you, okay? For whatever reason. I think perception is not necessarily truth. So, what do they secretly want to tell you? 18 and up. Messages for my pile number 3. Show me now. Okay. Brings luck, flow, talents, indulgences, effortlessness, harmony, ease, lazy energies, no friction, and benefits. And so they, you know, see, they have a lot of emotion for you. They would like to express that, and they would also like to see and hear that reciprocated. This is almost like a 4-leaf clover with all the hearts here. A lot of blues and onyx. So there's a lot of self-protection of the heart, perhaps, that they would like to see that kind of chisel down so they can kind of get to nitty gritty. Because this person, I'm telling you, is a simp for you. They would do anything. So I don't think you need to worry about any slut shaming if you're into them. What else do you need to know about pile number 3? Oh, nice. Show me now. Take this one. Also, earth element, stability, the physical world, nature, practicality, solid foundations, be patient, being rooted and grounded. Scorpio came up. Transformation, secretive, obsessive, mysterious, intense, manipulative, destructive, jealous, primal, and lustful. So this part, I think, is how they could be perceiving you a little bit. I feel like they think that you have more going on than perhaps what you do. And I think that if you show a little bit more interest in things like that, they're attracted and they want more stability. The physical world, nature, practicality, solid foundations. Be patient was that card that we opened with, about patience, obviously. And so this person is a total simp for you. Like, they would do anything. Right now they're a little bit preoccupied with their finances and trying to get everything like stable, law and order and things like that. But they would like something grounded and solid with you. I don't know. It seems like the energy, they perceive you as like being a little bit like kind of radical and wild. And would you be okay with like stability and a foundation rather than like, I don't know, riches and fun and chasing things? So that's a feeling I'm getting, is like, would you be okay with that? And then I just heard, I'll give you, in spite of all the grounding energy and things like that, I'll give you something to feel slut shamed about. So I feel like this person, in spite of like how they look or you perceive them to be a little bit maybe nerdy or focused on like the tangible, that they could really totally put it down with you and make you kind of rethink your whole world. Shake you up in the best way possible, right? And what else do I need to know about pile number 3, please? Pile number 3, show me now. Your life story hasn't yet unfolded. So there's more to be told about this with this person. I'm getting trips. I'm getting a plane. I'm getting potentially buying land and going somewhere different. Things like that. The Sun, leadership, happiness, creativity, confidence, spirit, ego, self-awareness, and expression. And so this is the Sun. I mean, who doesn't love the Sun? It's beautiful. It's transparent, ruled by the heart. I didn't notice this is like a golden heart. I feel like they have a golden heart, and that you're a little bit of a mystery to them, but they haven't put a lot of effort by the same token to find out anything more. A lot of chemical attraction towards you. Chemical attraction. Is that how you say it? I don't even know. What do I know? What else do we need to know about pile number 3? What do we have for B? Let's find out. New moon. A new start. First phases. Look ahead. Pay attention to new people, opportunities, and experiences that the universe puts in your path. I would just say be open. Be open, and by the next new moon, you might be meeting people as well and having more options and not being mentally stuck on one person if they don't progress towards you. I don't know. I never recommend like really waiting for anybody. If you meet someone that strikes your fancy or interest or something like that, why not pursue or at least inquire, leave yourself and be open to that, right? Because you can miss out on a good thing waiting for Mr. Wrong if they never even come back or approach you. Who knows? Been there, done that plenty of times. So, last messages for the pulled over card chase, pile number 3. Thank you. What else do we need to know? Let's find out. Vibe. And then blessed came out. Something good has happened. Expressing gratitude for blessings. Feeling lucky, luck on your side. A sense of something. Listen to your intuition, feeling, and aura. So follow your intuition about this person, about any person, really. What else do we need to know? Let's find out. You are their bae. Before anyone else, someone special, pet name, lover, couple, love life. What else do we need to know? Let's find out. Filter. Try and make yourself look better. Things are not as they appear. Sugar-coated truth. So I would say maybe putting yourself out there a little bit more authentically will help prevent kind of like chasing something that isn't meant for you, or being chased by someone that isn't meant for you. Like a little bit more authenticity can help you attract the right vibe, the right person, and again, just knowing that you are blessed and being unapologetically you, that you're going to attract the right people, whether it's this person or not. That would be, you know, for you to tell me in the comments. But I'm just kidding. That would be entirely up to you, your choice. Just know that you are blessed, feeling gratitude, and that whole vibe will help you kick it up a notch. And being unfiltered, you know, not using so many filters, filtering what you say, filtering how you look, what you project, what your intentions are, things, all of those are different filters that we use throughout life, otherwise known as masking sometimes. And that can really help you to attract the right vibration towards you. So with that, much love to you. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Do smash that like button, like, share, comment, subscribe, and all of that fun stuff. And until next time, namaste. If you picked pile number 4 with the sailboat, this is your reading. I got you. Pile number 4. What do we have for pile number 4? What do they secretly want to tell you, please? What do they secretly want to say? Show me now. Your person is filled with lust. What else can you say about this? They are chameleons, so they could really disguise that ish, okay? I'm trying to not have a potty mouth. But I'm going to say, look at the volcano exploding here. They're hiding all sorts of stuff that is going on within them when it comes to you, okay? I feel like you would never know it because it is extreme camouflaging. This person can have an oral fixation. Actually, if you look at the chameleon's tongue under her feet, she's stepping on it. Maybe they want to lick the soles of your feet. I don't know if that's a thing. What else do we need to know? They can have a foot fetish. For pile number 4, show me now. Publicity. I feel like this is more you. I feel like they view you as someone who has like a good public following. And with the number 5, it changes how they think, how they want to pursue, how they want to approach you, which is why they camouflage so much. It's almost like they're touching the sky, but they're looking away at the same token. So they want to come towards you, and they want to touch the sky, so to speak. But they are turning their head in the opposite direction, like pretending that they don't want this. Why? What else? What else do we need to know about clip number 4? Pile number 4, the solo show me now. Why is the list here? Show me now. Devotion. They've devoted a lot of time, energy, sleepless nights, a lot of days. They've devoted to their star to looking at your pictures, maybe even trying to sleuth through your pictures and find some feet pics where you're showing off your shoes. Maybe they zoom in, maybe they crop them. Okay, that's a little stalkery. Is that a word? But maybe they are just, you know, looking for pictures of you in the sand, at the beach, where you're totally not wearing any shoes. They just want to see what your feet look like. That kind of a thing. That would be their ultimate, okay? But they're definitely not letting you know anything about this. What about this person? What would they secretly tell you? What would they love to tell you? Please show me now. Wow. Health. Okay, let's see where this goes. And practicality. I feel like with the health card, like they don't want to come across as like some kind of a sicko who's just interested in your feet, even though that's like a main source of attraction for them. They are very adaptability. I feel like that chameleon energy where they're like stepping on their desires. Look at this one's even like holding a coin with his foot. Maybe this person likes like they would pay for feet pictures and things like that. Who knows? But they're very adaptable. They're like, I follow their intuition. They could have had a lot of days where they just think about you and things like that, but they're kind of stepping and crushing their own like instinct to want to just give in to their lust and like think about their foot fetish with you. I don't know why that keeps coming up, but they could have spent a lot of time and devotion like wanting to pursue you in their mind, which is not necessarily pursuing you the way we think, but it could be reaching out to you, saying hello, small talk, that kind of a thing, trying to low-key everything. Yeah. So it seems like, I feel like this person's saying, well, please call my bluff. It's like I've been caught red-handed. Look at these fingers are like red. It's almost like almost been caught red-handed. Checking out your profile, checking out your pictures. Like once or twice I liked your pictures where you were featuring shoes or shoes I really liked seeing you in. And I liked them and then promptly unliked them because I felt like I was going to get caught red-handed, like checking out your social media, that kind of a thing. Flirtation, they could be flirty with you. Just like it could feel light, superficial flirt, that kind of a thing. He's looking at the girl and she's got like the bow and arrow type thing here. And so you could have like heard a ballad together or something like that, and he could have like mentioned what his favorite song was to you, but it was really about you, that kind of a thing. And there needs to be a decision. He needs to make a move. There's a big chessboard. And this seems to be like divine opportunity, but he feels like, or she, this other person, your other person that you're talking about, feels like they keep meeting a wall for whatever reason. There's a big risk in going towards you. They feel like you can kind of devour them because they actually are a little bit obsessed with you. Yeah, influence. And so they're a little bit worried, a little bit like, where can this head? They feel a little bit out of control. A little bit like you are Eve in the garden, like, don't eat that apple. And yet he's like, what happens if you eat the apple? Like, what's going to happen? I want to know. That kind of a vibe where he's kind of fascinated. And it's like, well, could this be someone who draws me in and enjoys all the different versions of me, that the not so glamorous and the not so mainstream? Can you handle it? I feel like that's the idea going on here. And so they're a little bit, yeah, in a self-protective mode. I almost feel like this person's like, shh, just saying, shh, don't wake up the baby. This is my baby. And underneath lies a tiger. And it's like, okay, hush, like, don't bring up all of my secrets, you know, to pile number 4, because I am enterprising. I'm waiting for fate to turn in my favor. I'm waiting to kind of establish and solidify things, and I'm waiting to establish like even an enterprise. Maybe I have an enterprise I like to share. But this person is an extremist, and so they could be a little bit also about the drama, about exciting things and then cooling them off immediately and just hot and cold. Yeah, interesting. So he's kind of like grabbing her hand and like, I saw this letter, reading your love letter. What's going on? Are you flirting with somebody else? Oh, and this is riches, but I saw bitches. Okay. So I feel like this could be a choice between 2 people. Oh, good. Okay, choice and then seduction. Look, what did we just say? Choice and seduction and assertion. So either you have a choice in someone else, or they think that you have a choice in someone else, or they actually have a choice between 2 people and they're trying to make a choice, okay? And so what is it that they would love to secretly tell you? Hello. Oh, damn, that you can, they feel like you can master them. You can control their desires, that you can totally handle it. Like whatever kink they come up with, that you could actually grab on and take it for a ride and not be scared and not be squeamish, even if you've never like done it before, or that you'd be totally open and down to explore. And they love that about you, that idea that you seem like you can take it. They would even want to like wrestle with you or see how you react to like wrestling. What else do we need to know about pile number 4? Let's find out. 2 cards. The Knave. Okay, so they've written and rewritten, sorry about the camera wiggling, messages and erased them, and messages and erased them, and felt frustrated, and they kind of fantasize. This is like a ghost of you guys. It's like, what can I say to her or him to really kind of convey what it is that I want to convey? Working on things, how can they assert themselves or even insert themselves into your life? This could be sending text, deleting text, writing text, Facebook Messenger, any other form of communication, even phone calls or like real-time text, whatever. For some of you guys, you work with this person, okay? Some of you guys work with this person and you don't know that they're that heavily invested. So see, with this has like a lot of mystery with this cat. There's a lot of knowledge, a lot of intuition, but there's a lot of secrecy, an element of secrecy, an element of burning the midnight oil, of writing things, of feeling frustrated, of not being sure like what to do to get what they want, feeling frustrated. Okay, so this person can definitely have like an oral fixation as well. So we saw with the chameleon, she was stepping on the chameleon. There you go. So it actually kind of goes hand in hand with this person wanting to like lick your feet or look at your feet, taste your feet, smell them, all things like that. And it's like, would you like, what can I put in your mouth? I would like to see you kind of suck on my fingers or my appendage, my sex. They want to push your hair out of the way so you can see how your mouth would work and things like that. They want to look at the turns and the curves of your back, about your boobs being out in the air and freely meeting the sun, perhaps being on a balcony. They really want to know, again, with the feet, they want to see your feet in a vulnerable like position, or just the soles of your feet and what they would look like. And that would totally turn them on about you. So again, I feel like an oral fixation about you that they can't get over. They're kind of frustrated because I don't feel like there's been a ton of progress headed in that, like for them to assert themselves. Like there's a war. It's like they want to assert what it is that they feel, what they want, and it's a little bit of keeping their own inner demon at bay, or kind of like private, not bringing that out. They're like, well, it's not time yet. It's a vibration of one. It's simply the beginning. How can I, you know, talk about these things which are really like I'm passionate about, or I'm feeling your vibe and things like that, and you're just going to think that I'm a total sicko, which is why I got the health card. But they really have like fond feelings for you. They want to romance you. They view you as a really good partner for them. Okay, you could be a fire sign. What else would this person for pile number 4 wish to say to you? What do they want to secretly tell you, please? Show me now. Yeah, I want to romance you. I know that you have your own personal power, you have your boundaries, but I still want to romance you. You seem really kind of pristine. Here we go with the foot fetish again. It's like, let me take your shoes off. Let's see what that looks like. Let me see your legs. Let me see your shoes. And a little bit about the scent. Like they want to get a feel for what you smell like. In every sense of the word, I feel like they want to know like what your, like, how do I say this without getting censored or getting in trouble? But like what you smell like down there, if you know what I mean, and what your feet smell like. They're very like scent driven. What else do we need to know? For some of them, they also have a fixation, which sounds kind of strange, and this is, I guess, less common, less popular, but for like armpits, so they could really enjoy like smooth, beautiful armpits, or have like a little bit of fixation with that as well, or the scent of a woman's armpit. 7 of Pentacles. Let's see what this brings. Okay. So this talks about being fully satisfied, maybe. So like, would you be satisfied with my sausage? Kind of an idea, but that is definitely like almost like anything goes, and they're willing to make sure that you are just tired and completely taken care of, maybe having a couple of drinks, a little bit of candlelight romance and things like that. And judgment. It's like they would judge you. They feel like you're a really good partner for them. They could be into a little bit of bondage, a little bit of like a rope bunny, or they could view you as wanting you to be a rope bunny, or they could fantasize about that, or fantasize about you being their rope slut, wanting to be tied up and things like that, or simply wanting to be restrained in the bedroom. But I feel like their final judgment is how open would you be in the bedroom. That's going to really tell them everything they need to know. Because if you're just even a little bit open to the possibilities, like, oh yeah, let's try that. I don't know, I've never tried it before. They would totally run with it and be super happy with you. And they would make sure that you get your fulfillment as well. This is how they're going to feel satisfied. And most of all, they're going to feel safe in your world. Can you say it that way? feel safe with you. Something about safety. Okay, so interesting, because I get Samson and Delilah vibes with this. Like, he's wanting to cut off a portion of her hair. It's like, now that she's mine type of thing. That I have her vulnerable, that I have her begging for more kind of a thing. I want to clip off a little bit of your power, a little bit of your strength, make you a little bit dependent on me. And there could be a little bit of a toxic trait in there where she's thinking love. She's like, oh, I just want to deposit this coin, this love, into the situation. And it's like, almost like they want to make you fall in love with them after they take care of you sexually. Then they want to take a little bit of your power away. Maybe this person feels like, okay, I'll take away their options so I know that they are in fact mine, that kind of a thing. I don't really like that. I think that those issues can be addressed should they come up, okay? But if that is a red flag that you are noticing, then that's a red flag, and you need to honor always your gut instinct, your gut intuition, what spirit is telling you yourself. Okay, so never allow a reader, myself, or anyone else to tell you something different. If you're getting red flags, you get red flags, you turn and run like hell. How's that for a pep talk? What else do we need to know about our pile number 4? What would this person secretly want you to know? Show me now. What? Oh, okay. I'm going to take this first. This one keeps coming up. Creates restrictions, obstacles, pressure, power struggles, demands, motivates confrontation and resistance. So I feel like they're feeling some resistance towards you. I feel like they don't want to be totally vulnerable with you. Brings luck, flow, talents, indulgenceness, effortlessness, harmony, eases, lazy energy, no friction, and benefits. So they definitely, there's an element of guarding their heart, but having a lot of emotion and a lot of sexual desire. That is for sure. That's been obvious. Earth element, stability, physical world, nature. You might have a lot of messages to be found in pile number 3 with the card chase, the pullover. But this person also thinks about stability, the physical world, nature, practicality. It's just like they're kind of a little bit unhinged because they feel like their kinks and their sexual desire is a little bit out of the box, and they're concerned that no one will fully accept that because they're too out there. But I don't think it's really that out there. So if they felt like comfortable with insecure, excuse me, there won't be a real need to take away or feel like you're giving away certain amounts of power or options, okay? So what else do we need to know, please? Thank you. What do I need to see for pile number 4, please? The sailboat. Show me now. Taking these here. Okay. First one that falls out, we have glow up. And it's a little bit on its side. Major self-transformation, doing the work to be better, makeover, change, and appearance. So maybe you're somebody who really enjoys makeup, jewelry, looking different, exploring different different ways of doing your makeup. That could be fun. And maybe they see that and they go back and forth with it. But benching, so putting someone on hold, has potential but not yet sure. Waiting, maybe grass is greener. So potentially they could see that maybe you're having a glow up on and off, or maybe you're moving on in a different direction. They could feel like you're the one tendering, dating, using social media to get dates. They feel like you are definitely high in demand for sure. And with your glow up, this kind of takes you off the market because it puts you out of their league. I don't think that that's true. I think that they're looking at you through a superficial lens of sorts, okay? What is this card, though? Clap back. Making a comeback. Don't be dormant. Fight back. Come back. Return fire. And dis. Okay, so they feel like potentially you're a little bit spunky, spicy. Like they know not to mess with you. I think that really they have seen that you can even clap back via social media and not be afraid to stand up for yourself, and they like that about you because that makes you spunky. It's almost like they're like, wow, I didn't know she had it in her. Like she would totally clap back and just throw that out there and just be that up front. But that's just what they enjoy. They do feel a little bit like they've been put on hold. But also they're not really sure about you. Again, mostly because of their kinks. Okay, so basic, plain and simple, mainstream in your taste, insult, unoriginal, unexciting. I don't think that this is meant for you to be insulted by, but they could think that you are not quite, again, their level of kink, and they're a little bit concerned that that might not be a match. It might scare you off. It might turn you off. They just don't know. What else would this person secretly want to say, please? For pile number 4, show me now. Thank you. Adulting. Taking charge of your life, putting in the work, maturity, and being responsible. So they could see you on social media, adulting and mood. The topic or how you're feeling is relatable to them. Relatable feelings and understanding. It's like, yeah, they're adulting too, regardless of age. They're taking care of responsibilities, but they're definitely a lot in their fantasy world as well. They would love to reach out to you, to call you. They would love to be able to talk to you with all sorts of like kinky ways. What else do we need to know about pile number 4, please? Show me now. Side hustle and turn. So this person can be viewing you as maybe making a side hustle, maybe selling even foot pics or thinking about how you can do that. Freelance, making ends meet, self-employment, part-time job, odd hobby, odd job, extra income. In a state of being wild, acting wildly, drugs, alcohol, sex, at a crazy party, drunk and excited. So again, this could be totally like within their mind, or they could view you as potentially having. It's like, hey, would you be interested in selling me your feet pic? Or maybe they want to approach you with that, but that's not something that you're known for, not something that you would do, which is even more exciting, by the way. But when they drink a little bit, I feel like they think, okay, well, can I at least ask for that? Would I be able to get that out of her? That kind of a thing. So these are the messages I have for you. If you do like my readings, please do give me a like, share, comment, subscribe. Drop a note in the comments below. Let me know what it is that you are interested in getting and for future readings, and or let me know what resonated. What pile were you this time? And let me know if you enjoy the way that we're selecting the pick a pile. That was hard to say. So much love to you. Thank you so much, and namaste.